This is civil action JC 647 Dawson versus Baker. I'm going to say the oath, and I want you all to repeat after me. Do you understand? Yes. You understand, Mom? Hold the Bible for me, please.
Plaintiff Rosaline Baker claims she was giving her co-worker Geneva Dorston a ride home from work when the defendant carelessly put her bike to the back seat, causing major damage to her laptop's charger. Baker is claiming damages for the replacement charger and the rental. Dorston claims she does not owe anything and questions why Baker purchased such an expensive laptop in the first place.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Carol Munnings presiding. You may be seated. Your Honor, the party has been sworn in, ready to proceed.
Thanks, Corporal Martin.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so I have Ms. Rosaline Baker.
Correct.
You're a school teacher, and you claim that you were giving your colleague, the defendant, a ride home when you say that she carelessly moved your bag from the front seat to the back seat of the car, leaving the cord for your laptop charger hanging outside the car for the entire ride, damaging it. And you say that she agreed to replace it, but she hasn't. And so now you're claiming compensation for that. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, let me ask you, Ms. Dorston, let me run through what I have here. The notes of your claim say that you don't think you should pay her for the new charger or a rental fee for the replacement one that she used while she was waiting for the new one to be shipped. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, Ms. Baker, tell me about this case. How long have you known Ms. Dorston?
I've known her for 7 years.
Okay. All right. So how do you guys teach at the same school?
Yes, we do. That's where we met.
Okay. So tell me how this incident unfolded. So has she gotten a ride with you before this day? Has she ever gotten a ride with you?
Yes, sometimes she would get a ride with me.
Okay.
We don't live too far from one another, so it would not be out of the ordinary to need a ride at times.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So, so Ms. Dorston, you don't have a car then?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So
Not
how
at
do
the
you
moment.
normally get home?
I sometimes catch a ride. Sometimes I catch bus.
Okay.
However, I need a ride, I just get a ride.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
So she acting like she don't drop. She's dropped me home several times before. Like I say, if I need to get around, I'll ask, and then I just get around.
okay.
But
All right.
yes,
But you
ma'am.
don't own a car. It's just that.
I had a car, but it was written off, so that's how I'm moving right now.
I see.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
So tell me about this ride that you gave to Ms. Dorston. So how long was it?
Sure. Okay, so this happened April 26th, I remember, because my laptop and my charger means a lot to me. Please.
Yes.
Okay. It was after school. I went to the car, and she came in a rush, knocked on the window to remind me that I promised to give her a ride this day. She had asked me earlier.
Okay.
And upon her opening the door, there
So
was
you
my...
were already at the car
I
when
was
she
already
came?
in my car. I'm
Okay.
sorry. So that's why
Yes.
she came down to catch me.
Uh-huh.
And as usual, my bag would be in the passenger seat.
Yes.
So when she opened the passenger seat door, I just told her to put my bag in the back seat so that she can have space to sit in the front.
What
So
kind of car was this?
this is a Nissan March, a pink
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Okay. And she was still standing outside, so what she did is she opened the car door by walking to it from the outside.
Yes.
And so she put the bag in the back seat, came into the front seat, and I drove her home.
Okay.
Now, when I got to her house and pulled up and she came out of the car, she looked at the door, and I heard her say, uh-oh, oops. And so I'm in the car wondering what is, oops. And she had this look on her face, so I
Right.
jumped out. I'm thinking somebody did something to my car. So I came around, and when I looked, there was my charger hanging out the back seat of the,
Alright.
you know, and it was dragged all the way. And keep in mind, this school is from Gladstone. She lives West Ridge, so my charger had a hole a beat-up session. In fact, I have the charger for you to see how bad it got damaged.
Let me see the charger.
Crust.
What kind of laptop was it?
This is a MacBook Pro, 13-inch.
Okay.
Look at that, the poor thing hanging off like that. My expensive charger.
I don't even know why he's bringing
MacBooks cost a lot.
Why is he even bring a MacBook to work?
Because of the type of work I do.
Sorry.
And
I don't want to say anything about teachers owning laptops, but anyhow, I'm not laptops, MacBooks, but this is an expensive.
That's collateral damage, Your Honor.
Anyway.
You have the new one? Because I
do have the new one.
Okay.
Okay. The receipts, everything you need to see, I have it.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Carroll.
The charger cannot come out while I'm driving if the door is closed. So that meant when she closed the door, she had to somehow pull the charger with her.
Okay, you can guys leave expensive, nice things at school for children to mess up. That's collateral damage.
Justice with Judge Carroll is brought to you by Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store.
To get your case heard, call 242-445-4955 or email us at info@judgecarroll.net.
Hey, what's up, Mario?
Hey, Dale, what's going on?
Have you seen ZNS new digital platforms?
No. Let me go check it out.
Good day, Bahamas. I'm Devontae Hanna, and this is ZNS Digital,
where we cater to your news and entertainment needs. Are you a foodie? I thought so. Then look out for Digital Bites.
Shining a light on Bahamians and the good that they do, ZNS Digital is home to the sunshine one.
Keeping up with the latest trends, our original content will keep you entertained.
Yeah, that's cool.
But have you seen the new website?
No, I didn't see it. Let me go look.
We're still your most trusted source for news and information.
That's ZNS Digital?
Yeah, that's ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
Justice with Judge Carroll.
When I took a look to try and figure this out, because I asked her how this happened, she said, oh, I don't know. I mean, maybe she didn't realize. But when I opened the car door to look, she had thrown my bag into the seat, and it was done careless. It was leaning down.
Hands down, please, ma'am.
Sorry,
hands down.
Thank you. Annoying me right now.
May I please?
Sorry.
Well, there's no need to be annoyed, because I will get to your side of the evidence. So you can listen, pay attention, so that if she says anything that you wish to challenge, you will remember to challenge it.
Yes, ma'am.
But if you're being annoyed, you're not going to be paying attention.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So when you get out of the car, you came around.
Right.
She said, oops, whatever. Mm-hmm. So did you all did you agree or accept at the time that this had sustained the damage as a result of that?
Right, because we saw it hanging and we realized my bag was tumbled to the side, and obviously the charger cannot come out while I'm driving if the door is closed. So that meant when she closed the door, she had to somehow pull the charger with her, because the charger dragged the entire time.
But I don't think the issue is that it got damaged in that way. I think the issue that she has is that...
It's the price, Your Honor.
Right, okay. So how much did it cost you to get the charger fixed? Or replaced, sorry.
Okay, so I got it for everything, including VAT, tax, all of that, came up to $165. I ordered it through the same store in which I bought my laptop from.
Sorry,
okay, so
$165?
Yes, for a charger, Your Honor.
This is a MacBook Charger.
Right.
And then
it was $165. So the incident happened on the 26th of April.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and when did you eventually get the replacement charger?
I got it on May 6th, and in between that time, I had lots of work to do. I mean, I'm an art teacher, she does English, but I do graphics, music, all sorts of things that I need this for. So I had to rent one. This charger is hard to find because of the model. MacBook, they change their products to make their money. And So I had to rent one during the time I waited for it to be ordered. I tried to...
Okay, and how much was the rental?
$15 a day.
And so it worked out to how much?
To $135. So the total bill for her is $300.
Okay.
And she agreed to pay.
All right, thank you. So, Ms. Doriston, what do you have to say about it?
Your Honor, first off, that's ridiculous. Me and Baker didn't have conversations about her bringing her MacBook. I was an English teacher, Your Honor. I just have my little PowerPoint projector, and I just bring a Chromebook to work. Okay, you think I just leave expensive, nice things at school for children to mess up? That's collateral damage.
Sorry, you lost me there. You take a Chromebook.
Sorry.
What does that have to do with her MacBook charger?
But we've talked about her bringing the charger up. I assume...
You were going to lend her your Mac...
I don't have a MacBook.
No, I mean, I don't understand why you're telling me which kind of computer you use.
Sorry, I just saying she has a very expensive thing that she's bringing on campus. And the thing of it is, our school is small.
But what she brings on campus, if she decides she wants to bring her expensive equipment to campus, that's on her.
You're right.
So the charger was damaged.
Yes, ma'am.
You accept that the way you put the bag in the back seat and close the door, it caused it to get damaged?
I assume so. Honestly, Your Honor, I was in a rush. And I thought it was going to rain. So I was like, let me hurry up, get myself. I had a bunch of bags. She had a bunch of bags. So I just pushed everything in there. The March is a small car.
Yes.
And we're two teachers. We're two educators.
Yes.
So I didn't realize that I had put her bag in that way. So I do admit that if it was damaged, and I took responsibility, but I didn't know she was going to go and spend all that money for a charger. I had asked her to do it because I thought that she was going to...
So how much do you think a charger should cost? Did you look to see how much a replacement charger would be?
Yes,
and what did you
I went
find out?
for Things for Sale. The most expensive one was $35.
Things for Sale where?
On Facebook, Your Honor. I was online.
You
could buy things.
Okay.
Yes,
and how much did you find it for online?
I found a charger for $35.
Did you tell her that?
I told her I could cover. I thought she was going to go do the same thing. I even suggested go for Things for Sale. It's cheap. You get some nice stuff.
Was it new or was it used?
I didn't know all of that, Your Honor. I just saw different prices.
Did she ever tell you about this replacement on Facebook that she found, Things for Sale?
She told me a little too late. I already had the order in, and indeed, when I...
Okay, she told you a little too late.
Mm-hmm, she did.
Okay. And then, so you told her that. Good, so we're getting somewhere now. And then what about this rental now? What is your position regarding the rental?
Now, Your Honor, I don't feel like I should have to pay rental charges. Now, my thing was, let me
ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
When you told her, about how long after the 26th of April was it that you gave her the information about an alternate place to get a replacement charger?
That was like a few days later, honestly, because I forgot about it.
Put your hand down.
Sorry, Your Honor.
So, okay, a few days later, but so you ordered it right away?
I needed it right away. I was trying to purchase right away.
I don't know, I mean, needed it right away. She told you about it. You all work together?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. In the same school?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you let her know, and so, but when you ordered it, how long was it going to?
Okay, so this incident happened on Friday. Immediately on Friday, I started looking at my options. I didn't want it to have to go through.
And how long it was going to take? So when you looked at your options, how long was the order going to take?
A week. And because of the model of the charger, it's very difficult to find even online. So I wanted to, and I prefer to get it from where I got the computer from. I need to make sure I get an authentic charger that works properly. This is a MacBook.
I suppose that part of it makes sense if you want to get the charger from the same place that you ordered it from.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Carol.
We work on a school campus. We got other teachers who fancy like, oh, we'll just have the little MacBooks and stuff like that. I thought she was just going to borrow something from a teacher.
She agreed to pay for the rental fee and for the MacBook Charger after I told her the price.
Justice with Judge Carol is brought to you by Donald's Furniture.
Love the show and want to sit in on the action? Call 242-445-4955 or email info@judgecarol.net.
We've heard you. We know you're tired of the reruns. We're coming back, bigger and better, on The Legal Brief. I'm your host, Ramona Farquharson. Stay tuned.
If you're ordering stuff online, it's not always, you're not, sorry, I don't mean online. If you're ordering it through Facebook, then you're not, there's going to be no guarantee that comes with it in terms of what the position is. So I don't necessarily have, I don't have a problem with her evidence that she ordered the charger online, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
But what I am concerning myself with now is this question about the rental.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, Your Honor. See, I thought that she was just going to get something, a little $30 charger, even if it was a $30 charger and it didn't work. At least I might have kept her for a little time. But we work on a school campus. We got other teachers who fancy, like, oh, we'll just have the little MacBooks and stuff like that. I thought she was just going to borrow something from a teacher
and have a car
or
to go to work.
Pardon?
Anyway, so yeah, so I think what I have to decide here is whether or not the rental should be covered.
Your Honor, may I say?
Yes,
I don't understand why she's changing her story now, because she agreed to pay for the rental fee and for the MacBook Charger after I told her the price. Now, I don't know if she was rushing to have a conversation so she could just hurry with the conversation, but she told me she was fine with the price.
To pay the rental?
I agreed to pay for the charger.
Right.
When she was talking about rental, Your Honor, honestly, who's
proof.
rent a charger? I didn't even think she
Well,
was serious with that.
Because that charger.
But I didn't think she was serious. She was like, she could pay rental fees. I was like, okay, sure.
Because that charger is hard to find.
Where did you find a charger to rent anyway?
Well, you know us MacBook people, we have our own community. But of course, this charger just, because of the model. So the
you rented it from someone that you knew?
I rented it. It's actually a small business company. It's called Games and Gadgets. And they do rentals and they sell. But because this one was...
You have a receipt for the rental?
Yes, I do.
Let me see that.
And because this is so rare, they didn't want to sell it. They put this in the rental.
But it's but she could put herself in more damage, Your Honor. Like, instead of just, I thought, she gone to a whole place, Your Honor. She could go find friends.
I was hoping to buy.
I don't know what is the difference. She went to a whole place, but you went to a whole website, to a Facebook to find out. I mean, she's trying to, the law requires someone to mitigate their damage. Okay? That's a principle of law. So the first thing she did was she ordered it immediately.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right? So she didn't wait to order the laptop charger. That's the first thing. Well, actually, let me back up a minute. The first thing was that the two of you agreed, at least you accepted at the time, that the, you accept, thank you. Okay, you accepted at the time that you were responsible for the damage.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then you accepted, and then the law now requires her to mitigate. The law requires her to mitigate her damage, which means that she has to keep the damages as low as she can. Mitigate means to lessen. Well, I don't have to explain it to you. Obviously, you all are school teachers. But I'm speaking in terms of legal principles. You have to reduce the amount of damage. So it's true, you have a point that she can't just go and do whatever she wants in order to get back to where she was, because the law also says that you have to put someone in the position that they would have been had the damage not occurred. Okay, so that's another principle that I have to apply in this situation. So she has the quote here and then the receipt for the damage from the Games and Gadgets for the $135. The fact that it cost, the fact that, and I see
this conversation took place...
Excuse me, ma'am, I'm giving my decision. I'm sorry, I'm giving my decision, so there's no need to interrupt, and there's no need to give me any more evidence, because I have the documents that you've provided, and I've heard both sides.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay? So, in the circumstances, although it seems to be more than you would have wished for it to be, it doesn't appear to me to be unreasonable for her to claim the cost of the replacement of the charger and the rental fee, which she has a receipt for. So under those circumstances, the finding of this court is that there will be judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $300. And I thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Rise. Firm, fair, and just. Judge Carroll has ruled in favor of the plaintiff.
I feel great about it. I thought it was fair. I needed my money. I deserved my money. She agreed to pay. She tried to change her story around, but justice was served.
It's unfair. The truth of it is, Baker's a faker. She lied, but she ain't lied, but she ran out. And I still don't feel like I should pay rent on a charger. Like, I felt that Baker was being unreasonable, and unfortunately, the judge couldn't see it, so